Peace is preferable to war, but in 2025, the world is more insecure, more volatile, and more militarized than it's been in years. From Europe to Asia, countries are responding to crises and threats with bigger defense budgets. In 2024, global defense spending soared to a record $2.46 trillion. That's not just a number, it's a signal. Why is everyone buying more weapons now? What should India do? This is Quick Take, your quick guide. I'm Smita Prakash. Spending wars. Military spending rose 7.4% faster than the 6.5% in 2023. Europe's spending alone jumped by 11.7%, driven by Germany and Poland. But that still pales in comparison to Russia, which raised defense spending by nearly 42%, now touching 6.7% of GDP, possibly rising to 7.5% in 2025. It is the third year into their war with Ukraine. On the other side, Donald Trump has put fresh pressure on NATO. He's called for member countries to spend 5% of GDP on defense, but that's wildly unrealistic. Most NATO countries are still under 2% mark. Hitting 5% would require enormous cuts in spending on healthcare to climate action. India's strategic shift. Now to India, where the story is as strategic as it's symbolic. Following the April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack, India launched Operation Sindoor, a precise strike targeting terror camps in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. In response to the rising threat, the government is reportedly planning a 50,000 crore rupees boost through a supplementary budget, taking the total defense spending past 7 lakh crore rupees. That's more than 13% of India's total budget and the highest for any ministry. In the 4-day conflict between India and Pakistan, the world's attention has shifted to what the two countries used against each other. A bouquet of hardware acquired from France, Israel, China, US, Turkey, and in India's case, domestically manufactured too. For example, on the night of May 9th and 10th, as Pakistan launched missile and drone attacks on Indian military and civilian infrastructure, India quietly unleashed its newest weapon, Akash Tir. Developed under Atmanirbhar Bharat mission, Akash Tir is not just a system, it's a revolution in air defense. Fully indigenous and automated, it integrates radars, sensors, and communication into a real-time mobile command unit. It operates seamlessly across the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Economic implications. The surge in defense spending has significant economic implications. For instance, Dassault Aviation, the maker of Rafale fighter jets, saw its stock nearing record highs following the India-Pakistan military conflict. India's focus on indigenous defense production is yielding economic benefits. The country's defense exports reached Rs 21,083 crores, which is $2.63 billion in FY 2023-24, a 32% increase from the previous year. Defense industrial corridors in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu are bolstering domestic manufacturing and reducing reliance on imports. Global arms race. The Israel-Hamas conflict has led to nearly 10% increase in defense budgets. Israel's own defense spending surged by 72.9%, while Algeria now allocates over 8% of its GDP on defense, second only to Ukraine globally. China plans to increase its defense budget by 7.2% in 2025, reaching $240 billion. This trend reflects a global shift towards technology-first, automated, agile, and proactive military doctrines. A larger trend. Defense budgets are swelling not only because of wars, but also due to advances in technology, especially the rise of drone warfare. That's changing everything. The flip side, defense spending competes with healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Yet, countries are prioritizing the military because now they're preparing for what's next. The pause in hostilities between India and Pakistan signals to a de-escalation of the conflict. But if it reverses, it will lead to diversion of budgetary resources towards military spending.